some news. Here we go. WrestleMania news. Last week we spoke about possibility of WrestleMania being 2 nights. This is right before the story came out, and if they're going to have a live audience. Now we got the answer. It's going to be in Tampa Bay. I did not know this wasn't official yet. I honestly thought this was officially announced, that they're still going to be in Raymond James Stadium. They're going to be April 10th and April 11th. So they moved WrestleMania by 10 days, 11 days.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
It was going to be the 29th.
Right.
Now it's going to be split amongst 2 nights. So here's what I'm hearing. This is going to be split amongst 3 hours. It's going to be 2 3-hour shows. They're looking at having 25,000 people in the building each night. They're most likely, what I'm hearing, they're going to do the process that the NFL's been doing. That's been pretty decent, where they're doing testing right on the spot.
Okay.
Listen, it's a lot of money. We got to remember, this is going to cost a lot of money, but it's WrestleMania. So if you're putting 25,000 people in the building, you got to do it in the right way.
That's time.
Yeah. So you're going to have to be tested. You're going to have to be, whatever, to go in there. You got about a couple months for this to do it. Strangely, and I found this to be very interesting, they also announced the next 2 WrestleManias. Dallas is getting WrestleMania 2022. 2022, which was probably going to be LA.
Okay.
Right? Because everything is moved up. But instead, they're going to Dallas because California said they don't plan on having any events till 2022. This was in peak pandemic. So I think they just decided that Dallas would be the safe bet because it's Texas.
Right.
And everything's
They'll do anything
open
right now, yeah.
So April 3rd, 2022, they're going back to Texas. This is a great time that you retire The Undertaker officially in that ring.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet?
All right.
No, he is not officially.
Okay.
That's a Hall of Fame year for him.
Right.
They did a farewell, but not a retirement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're going to do it, that's when you do it, right?
Yeah.
You do it in Texas. You do it in his hometown. Interesting, he was on Rogan, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
boy.
Talking about Texas.
Yep.
He's a big Texas guy. Then they're going to LA at SoFi Stadium, April 2nd, 2023. There's no word if this is going to be 2 nights each show. There's a couple reasons that I've heard they've done 2 nights for this WrestleMania, right? One would be to fill in more people.
Okay.
Right? So now instead of having 25,000, now you've doubled it to 50,000 people. So you're going to get some of your money back. The other thing was that, I'm still trying to confirm this. I messaged a couple of people that would know that there's a curfew on how long these events could be.
Ooh.
And
in Texas?
No. I'm talking about the Tampa one,
okay,
right? I'm talking about this year.
Right.
There's still, you really shouldn't have an event like 6 hours. When you go into football, you're going for the game and then you're leaving.
Right.
You're not hanging out and going nuts.
Right.
So I think that might have been part of the reasoning also, on top of having more people and getting more from the gate.
Right.
You're going to now do a second show and you're splitting the time. So you're doing a 3-hour cap or 3.5-hour cap instead of doing like 6-7 hours where everybody's there.
Right.
I don't know what's a better idea. Listen, they're doing whatever they're doing. So
as a viewer, I think that's a really good idea.
To do 2 nights.
2 nights. It's
much easier.
Intolerable to watch 9 hours of WrestleMania,
Yeah.
It just becomes a drag.
So this is the next 2. Now the big question is WrestleMania 40. Where the hell do you do WrestleMania 40? Let's talk about WrestleMania 40. They did not announce WrSumMania 40.
Okay.
No.
Where do you do WrestleMania 40? Do you do it in New
Madison
York?
Square Garden. Yes.
Listen, selfish. I know that they're not going to do it. Obviously, I think it's going to be Vegas. I think Vegas is the big one because then you could do this big, we're in Vegas, baby, WrestleMania 40. It's a big star-studded event, new arena, all this stuff. That's where it probably is going to be, but man, it would be cool to have it in New York.
Yeah.
3 nights.
New York has so many more restrictions.
5 nights straight, every night. Every night.
Like Billy Joel.
Just do a residency.
Fine.
I'm fine with that. Also, we're supposed to get a New Japan show in this year at the Garden. I think people forgot.
Is that still happening?
It got delayed till 2021. So that's something that's coming up that nobody's talking about. People have forgotten. I don't know if it's officially canceled, but it was delayed to 2021. And AEW has delayed their New Jersey show to September of 2021.
Okay.
In Newark. So
okay.
A lot of some event news there. Hey guys, thanks for checking out Mattman Clips. If you want to listen to a full episode of the show, click on one of the links below and be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube and of course everywhere podcasts are available.